Hello mathematicians. In this is part 3 video on C01, the ring of continuous function on the interval close 0 comma 1, real valued continuous functions on close 0 comma 1. In this video we will see that what are the units in this ring. Okay, units means the element should have multiplicative inverse, and what are the nilpotent elements in this ring and what are the idempotent elements in this ring. Okay, again from competitive exam perspective these questions are very important, and we prove some more general result also in this direction. Okay, okay, so you take, so we are primarily interested in C 0 comma 1 only, that is basically continuous function from close 0 comma 1 to R. Okay, but we can assume X is a topological space. If you don't know anything, if you don't know what is a topological space, assume X is a metric space. Okay, and so assume you have a metric space here and you take R, then C of X comma R is a set of all functions f from X to Y such that f is a continuous function. Okay, so in this X, if you take X to be close 0 comma 1, basically you get C01. Now in C x comma R, the again the operation is point wise addition and point wise multiplication. Okay. Okay. So for example, this is how the multiplication is defined. Now the identity element, multiplicative identity element. Okay. So additive identity element is the constant function 0. Additive identity, multiplicative identity element will be constant function 1. Okay, that is something to remember. Now we check when an element f belongs to C01 will be a unit. So f is a unit if there exists a g belongs to C01 such that f into g equal to 1. Okay, therefore g is the multiplicative inverse of f. Okay, what is the definition of f into g? F into g means that f of x into g of x equal to 1 for all x belongs to close 0 comma 1. Note that this is not number 1, this is constant function 1. Okay, maybe this is like 1 of x equal to 1 for all x. This is the definition of constant function 1. Okay, now what is g of x? We want g of x, so we get g of x equal to 1 by f of x for all x belongs to close 0 comma 1. But this 1 by f of x need not be defined. If f takes 0 at some point, then g of x is not defined at that point. Okay, therefore if f of x is not equal to 0 for all x belongs to close 0 comma 1, then g of x is well defined. Okay, therefore units, set of all units of close C0. So u of r means units in the ring R. So units of C0 comma 1 is precisely set of all f belongs to C01 which doesn't vanish at any point in close 0 comma 1. Okay, okay, I hope you understand what is the unit. Let's move on to the nilpotent elements. Okay, an element is said to be nilpotent if f power k equal to 0 for some k. Okay, again by the definition of product, f square means that f into f. So f square of x equal to f of x into f of x. Okay, it is a point-wise multiplication. Therefore, f power k of x means that f of x into f of x k times. So f power k equal to 0. This is constant function 0 means that f power k of x equal to 0 for all x belongs to close 0 comma 1. Now f power k of x equal to by this on this description, f power k of x equal to f of x whole power k, because the multiplication is point wise. This is equal to 0 for all x belongs to close 0 comma 1. Now this is a real valued continuous function. Okay, therefore codomain is R. So if it is a real number whose kth power is 0 means that the number itself has to be 0. Okay, so sometimes we consider C x comma R where R is an arbitrary ring, not necessarily, you see this is a field, not necessarily a field. In such cases, this is not true. F of x power k equal to 0 not necessarily means that f of x equal to 0. f of x should be a nilpotent element in the ring R. That is what it should be. Anyway, usually we work with R. Therefore, since it is a real number, f of x equal to 0. For all x belongs to close 0, 1, this implies f equal to 0. The constant function 0. Therefore, in C0, 1, 0 is the only nilpotent element. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at the idempotent elements, which are more important than nilpotent elements. So idempotent means we want f square equal to f. Okay. So f square equal to f means f square of x equal to f of x. Okay. Again, f of x is a real number. Therefore, which real number satisfies the conditions that x square equal to x? So x square equal to x in R means that x is either 0 or 1. Okay. Therefore, f of x has to be either 0 or 1. Okay. Now, close 0 comma 1 is a continuous function. And maybe we'll write it here. So, we are looking at continuous function from close 0 comma 1 to R. Okay. This now, suppose f is idempotent, it says that image of such a f has to be either 0 or 1. Okay. Now, suppose range of f is close 0, range of f is suppose 0 comma 1. Okay. Suppose range of f is equal to just 0 and 1. Okay. We claim that this is not possible because this is not a connected set, but the close 0 comma 1 is a connected set. Therefore, range cannot contain these two numbers. Okay. So, range should contain either this number or that number or together, but it cannot contain together. Okay. Therefore, range either should only this number or this number. Therefore, f should be either 0 for all x or f should be 1 for all x. Okay. Therefore, the only idempotent elements are constant function 0 and constant function 1. Okay. Note that here we have used the fact that close 0 comma 1 is a connected metric space. Now, if you look at the arbitrary Cx comma R, where x is a topological space or x is a metric space. So, if this x is not connected, then this result is not true. Okay. There can be other idempotent elements also. So, that is again an important result. There are you can see many problems in C0, 1 asked regarding idempotent elements. So, this using this result we have to argue. So, X be a topological space. You can assume metric space also if you don't know what is topological space. Then the space X is connected if and only if 0 and 1 are the only idempotent elements of C of X comma R. This is a very important result. How to prove that? Suppose X is connected, then 0 and 1 are the only idempotent elements of C of X comma R. That is what we just proved. So, here we just used that close 0 comma 1 is connected. So, if we use the same proof argument, you assume x is connected and you take an idempotent element here, then it will satisfy the condition f square equal to f. Then again the same step will prove that f has to be either constant function 0 or constant function 1. Okay. Therefore, this direction is clear. We have to prove the converse. Suppose 0 and 1 are the only idempotent elements of Cx comma R. We have to prove that x is connected. So, we will prove by method of contradiction. So, we assume that x is not connected, then we construct an idempotent element different from 0 and 1. That is the idea. So, we claim that x is connected. Suppose x is not connected. X is not connected means x can be written as union of two open sets and union of two non-empty open sets and their intersection is empty. Now, this is called the separation. Okay, if x is not connected, then there will be a separation. Now, we define a function f, which is an idempotent element and which is different from 0 and constant function 0 and constant function 1. So, how are we going to define this idempotent function? Define f of x equal to 1 if x belongs to u and 0 if x belongs to v. Okay. So, now x equal to u union v and u intersection v is empty. Okay. Therefore, if you take a x, either it will come from u or from v. If it has come from u, its image is 1. If it comes from u, v, its image is 0. Then this function is continuous. Why this function is continuous? Uh, x from, we will show that inverse image of open set is open to prove that f is a continuous function. Okay. Now f takes the value only 0 and 1. So basically f is a continuous function from x to 0 comma 1. If it is a function from x to 0 comma 1, basically it is a continuous function from x to r also. So therefore such a f will belongs to c of x comma r. That is not a problem. Now to prove inverse image of open set is open here, what are the open set here in 0 comma 1? So you take any metric here, you can prove that these four are the only uh, possible open sets. Actually every subset of 0 comma 1 will be open sets. Okay, because if it in any finite set you take a metric space, any metric, you can prove that all the subsets are open. Okay, therefore singleton 0, singleton 1, singleton, sorry, empty set and the whole 0 comma 1 are the only empty sets. Now you take the empty set. If you take the empty set, in which inverse image of empty set is empty, therefore open. So this set is fine. Now you take 0 comma 1. Inverse image of 0 comma 1 will be full set x, and the full set topological spaces or metric space is always open. Therefore this set is also fine. You take singleton 1. Inverse image of singleton 1 will be v. Okay, and v is a open set. Therefore see, if you take singleton 1 as a open set, its inverse image will be open set. If you take singleton 0, its inverse image will be u. Therefore u is a, since u is a open set, inverse image of singleton 0 is also open. Therefore inverse image of all the open sets are open here. Therefore we conclude that f is a continuous function. Clearly f is not constant function 1, f is not constant function 0, because since u not equal to empty and v not equal to empty, f will take both the values 1 and 0. Therefore now if you look at if you calculate f square will be f. Okay, therefore f is this f is an idempotent element also, and it's a not equal to constant function 0, not equal to 1. Therefore if x is not connected, then always there will be idempotent element not equal to 0 and not equal to 1. Okay, this concludes the proof. This is a contradiction because we assume that 0 and 1 are the only idempotent elements. Okay, so this is a very nice result because some topological uh, property we are explaining it in terms of some continuous functions in Cx comma R. Okay, so that is why this result is interesting. Okay, another the similar result is like actually the same result, but in the different way. You take x is a topological space, y 0 comma 1 with a discrete topology, then x is connected if and only if any continuous function f from x to y is never onto. Okay, so think why this is true. Suppose if the continuous function is onto, that means that the range is 0 comma 1. Again the same argument will work, will give you a contradiction. Okay, okay, now one thing is like if you take 0 comma 1 with some metric, why all the subsets are open, that we didn't prove, but how to show that, like okay, maybe we'll prove it. So we take uh, x to be a finite set. Okay, and so x comma d is a metric space, and you take y subset of x. We claim that y is a open set. Basically we claim that all the subsets of x are open. This means that this metric is actually equivalent to discrete metric. Okay, now how to prove that y is open? So you take like y belongs to y, you have to prove that there is a open set containing, there is a neighborhood of this point y that that is entirely contained in y. So we have to prove that this y is an interior point of capital Y. So we claim that there exists r greater than 0 such that the ball center at y and radius r is entirely contained in y. That is what we want to prove. So you define r to be like 1 by 2, maybe you can put 1 by 2 time uh, 1 by 2 time minimum of distance between y and xi. Sorry for the notation, such that 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to n. So what is the meaning? We take the finite set to be x1, x2, etc. xn. Okay, and you take y belongs to y, then y should be some xi. Okay, because y is again a subset of x. Now j j I not equal to j not equal to j not equal to I. Okay, so what we are doing is, you have a finite number of metric space, so it have only, suppose these are the only points, so this is my point y. Okay, what I am saying is, what I am doing is, I am looking at the distance from this point to all the points. Okay, and I look at the minimum distance. Okay, suppose this is the minimum distance, so this point is the point which is lies closer to y. Then I look at this distance and I take half and I drawing the open ball around this point y. Then this is the point closer to y and I am taking radius strictly less than that. Therefore, in this neighborhood, you will have only the point y. Okay, so if you take this r, this implies, so clearly this r is positive. This implies b of y comma r equal to singleton y. Okay, if it is already we have taken y belongs to y, this implies that b of y comma r is a subset of y. Okay, this implies that y is open. So basically this implies that if you take any finite set and if you look at a finite metric space, you can prove that every open set is every subset is a open set. Okay, I hope this argument is clear. So you just think pictorially, then it is fine. Okay, so finally finite metric spaces are discrete. In other words, all the all the subsets are open. Okay, okay guys, I hope you understand clearly. I will meet you guys in some different video. If you want me to cover some particular concepts, please comment below. I am very happy to cover some important topics if you like, you interested in. If you learned something new from this video, please like my video and subscribe. Thank you.